Hello everyone, welcome to week 1, day 1 of the Performance Hypertrophy program. We start off with squats. So today we have 3 sets of 10 at 70% of your training max. We're then going to move on to a squat variation, whatever one you pick to attack your weakness. I'm going to do an overhead squat, and I worked up to a 2 rep max at an RPE 8. So that means around 80% effort. We then moved on to my hamstring exercise. I chose a single leg curl. There's a special machine we have here at this gym. And then I didn't show it in the video, but I did my walking lunges for the single leg exercise. For core work, I did a bench press sit-up, but I chose to do those with dumbbells today. And then for a little bit of cardio when I was done, I added in the stairs. First thing we're going to do is we're going to step on that scale, which track our weight so that we can see our progress over these next 4 weeks. Next thing I want you to do is just hop on a treadmill, a stair stepper, just some form of cardio for around 5 to 10 minutes. That's going to be your general warm-up. After that, we're going to hop into a 5 to 10 minute specific warm-up. That's where we hit the muscle groups that we're going to be working today. So if you see, I just started off with some air squats. I'll go into some Spider-Mans here to help work on my thoracic extension. That's where I struggle the most. After that, I'm going to go into some single leg toe touches here. Just to work on my balance and stretch out my hamstrings as well. I'm going to go through 3 rounds of this. Each round, I'm going to change up the type of squats I'm doing. So you'll see here in the next round, I'm going to do some barbell squats just to get the bar on my back. And then from there, the next round, you don't see it, but I did some overhead squats because that's going to be my assistance movement throughout the next 4 weeks here. Now this specific warm-up is extremely important. I don't want you to skip this. It's going to accomplish 3 things. It's going to raise our heart rate, it's going to raise our blood pressure, and it's going to raise your core body temperature. That's extremely important. Make sure that everything is moving well. You should probably break a little bit of sweat during this warm-up. When that's over with, I want you to throw some weight on the bar. We're just going to incrementally work our way up to whatever your working weight is for the day. So I think here I threw on a plate, and I think after that I threw on just a quarter. So I worked up to 185. I did 225 too before I got to my working weight. I don't think I showed that. But before I even touched 240, the weight that I used today, I did 3 or 4 sets with weight. So I do not want you to skimp on this warm-up. It's extremely important. All right, so we get into our working sets here. Now it's the highest volume day of squats. We have 3 sets of 10. So make sure you have your full wind before you go into every set, because they're going to be long, they're going to be tough, especially if you're not used to doing high repetition hypertrophy work. So today, these 3 sets of 10 I did with a high bar style. That's what I chose to do over the next 4 weeks. Make sure I get low enough on my depth and make sure I keep my upper body as upright as possible. Now I'm just combining all these sets together. So I did 3 sets of 10 here. Here's the last few reps of that last set. They were getting a little tough. I had to grind them out a little bit here, but I was still able to keep my form fairly on point. This first day of high volume squats is tough, so make sure you take adequate rest time. Make sure you try and catch your breath, especially if you're like me and you just took a week off, a little deconditioned. Try to make sure you have your wind before you go into every set. All right, next up is our assistance exercise, attacking whatever that weakness is. So I chose overhead squats for my assistance movement over the next 4 weeks. This is the first time I ever worked out in this new gym. They didn't have a great setup to where I could pull a bar out of a rack and get set up with an overhead squat. So actually, you can kind of see it in the mirror over there. There's a rack right in front of me there. I would rack it over there, walk it all the way to the platform, press it up, and then do my overhead squat. Now, it's up for a 2 rep max today. So this was my 2 rep max here with 175 pounds. I had a real tough time stabilizing this weight, but I was able to get the 2 repetitions, and it wasn't too terribly difficult, probably around an RPE 7 or 8, which is right where we want it to be. So next up is some form of hamstring work. I prefer to do a glute ham developer, a GHD, but they didn't have one at this facility. So I found this machine here. I kind of like it just because it's unilateral. I can do 1 leg at a time. So I just did some single leg curls here just to blow up my hamstrings a little bit more. we all could use a little bit extra hamstring work and a little less quad work as Americans. Next up, we hop into some core work. I like to do these little bench press sit-ups. You can do them with a bar, you can do them with kettlebells. I decided to go with dumbbells today. More stuff that can just help me with my shoulder stability. Anything I can add in for that, I'm happy with. 3 sets of 10 here. After that, I want you to finish up with some form of cardio for around 15 to 20 minutes. That can be anything you want, whether it be the stairs, the treadmill, even something like basketball. All right, just finished up day 1. I did 10 minutes on the stairs for cardio to finish up. I normally like to do something like basketball or something to switch it up, but this new gym I'm trying out doesn't have basketball courts. So 10 minutes on the stairs. I'm done. Gotta go get my protein shake, get my shower in. It's not even 6 a.m. yet. The workout's done. Now I can focus on my day. Let's get some water in, focus on recovery, good sleep tonight, and we'll be back at it tomorrow.